Couple of basic things. I have multiple Facebook ad accounts. It's just one we're using kind of as an example here. So what we've got running here, so this is inside of Facebook Ads Manager. So when you're inside of Facebook, you're just going to go to facebook.com, and you're just going to go to Manage Ads on the right-hand side of Facebook. So that's where you're going to start off. So it's just facebook.com/manage ads. So facebook.com/manage ads. So we'll give it just a moment to load up here. So okay, so we're on facebook.com, and you see right here there's a little drop down menu. So you're going to go here to manage ads. This is where you're going to do most of your work as far as managing your Facebook accounts. Now, if you have multiple accounts, you might have what's called a business manager account. So that's what you would have set up. But if you're running ads for clients, most of you already know where that is. But most of you are just going to go to manage ads. Just go to manage ads. I do like, I'll just full disclosure, I've had one of my Facebook ads accounts shut down for my personal profile, but believe it or not, I created a business manager account and they have no problem with me running ads in there. So, you know, it's one of those things where you got to pivot as an entrepreneur. And so we were able to do that. So that worked out really, really well. So, so now we've got right over here on Facebook. Now we're going to be driving traffic to this little landing page here. So I've got an opt-in report, 100 things every business must do to succeed online. So we're using this just to collect names or just collect email addresses for new leads and new customers. So that's what we're doing here. So we're going to drive some traffic to this page. So first thing we need to do though is we need to set up a Facebook pixel, because if I'm driving traffic to this page, we want to make sure that we are retargeting that traffic. So that means we want to create an audience of everybody that visited this particular page. Now, this could be your website, this could be your chiropractic business, this could be your e-commerce store. It really doesn't matter. And that's also why we love the chatbots, is that the Chatterbot is providing you the opportunity to have a lot of different chatbots and programs so that you can actually send targeted traffic to certain pages, to anywhere, and then the chatbot will follow up for you. So no matter what business you're in. So we're getting traffic to this page here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create an audience. So we're going to come up here to Ads Manager, and we're going to choose Audiences. So Ads Manager and Audiences, and we'll give that just a moment to load up. So it's going to start to show us some different options here. All right, now I'm going to zoom in on my screen just a little bit so you guys can see kind of what we're doing. Now I've got a couple of these going. I just created a funnel today that I just created an audience on. I've got a couple other past ones. These are all people who have visited certain pages over time, of like sales pages, different websites and things like that. So what we're doing is we're going to go over here to where it says create an audience. We're going to create a new audience. You want to choose custom audience. So we're going to go in there, choose custom audience. So give that just a moment to load up. Now there's multiple ways that you can create your audience. There is one way is that you can actually take a customer file and you could actually send like their email address and upload it to Facebook. So that's a cool way to utilize data that you have. So customer information and data, you can do that. Website traffic, this is the most common. So this is when people visit your website, it fires a pixel, and this sounds like tech talk, but it really isn't when you see how it's laid out. It fires a pixel and it reports back to Facebook that, hey, this person has visited this page. That's why when you go to Amazon and then you end up on Facebook or another website, you all of a sudden start to see advertising for products that you just looked at. It looks a little creepy, but that's what's happening is people are retargeting you. So there's other things that you can do. You can do app activity. Now, they also do offline activity engagement. That's pretty advanced stuff. Same with the app, because we all, it's difficult to get an app. And so unless you're using, a tool that makes it easy to build apps. So website traffic it is. So we're going to click on that, website traffic. Now we are going to choose our pixel here. So I've got you want to choose the one that's green, that's active for that account. And you want to select all website visitors, okay? All website visitors, but it's really important that you do this critical step. Now, I am going to be the first to tell you that the reason this training is going to be so good for you is that Facebook is not easy to navigate, especially when it's your first time back there. They make it really difficult, in my opinion, to run ads. And so that's why I'm glad you're watching this training right now. So you need to go to all website visitors, okay? So there's really no logic behind this other than somebody coded it and said it was logical, but you choose all website visitors, people who visited a specific page, right? People who visited a specific page. Then you're going to put in the direct link for the page that you want to track. So I'm actually going to put my direct link for this page right here, okay? So notice that I just put in my URL there, and I just choose name my audience, name my audience. Now, I already have a page set up for this, so I'm actually going to send them to a different one of my pages. So I'm just going to go to this page here and just drop the traffic there, okay? So I'm going to drop traffic there, and we're going to just call this, all right, Success Counts Live. Okay, there we go. So you can put in your own event or whatever the product is. That's your audience name. So that way you know what this page is. It could be a certain page in your website. It could be the entire website that you want to track. Mainly, typically it's going to just be the home page, especially if you're working a landing page. And then you're just going to choose create your audience. Create your audience. Okay. So there's a couple things you can do. Once your audience is actually created, you can actually choose find new people similar to your existing users. So that means as you get users that actually come to your website, you can actually create what's called a lookalike audience and create an ad using that audience, and also find people that have similar interests, because Facebook goes into the profiles and they know like what kind of things they're interested in. So those are things that actually are a little more advanced. We're actually going to skip that step right now because we're not at that level. So we're going to click on done on that. Now, the next phase is to get a pixel. Now, remember when I said Facebook ads are not easy to work with? That's because you have to go up here to the asset library, and we need to find this pixel. Now, the pixel, I'm going to be dead honest with you guys. It moves a lot. Sometimes it's there where you want it to be, and sometimes it's in different spots at times. So we're going to go here. We're going to find our pixel here that we are working with. So I'm going to go over here to where it says, let's go right over here. All right, so this is our ad account 4383. So you're going to choose your ad account. Most of the time it's already going to be created, so you're going to be just fine. All right, so now we going to click on details over there, details. And once we clicked on details, do you see where it says setup? Okay, do you see where it says setup? We can click on setup here, and it's going to give you this option that says manually install the code. So manually install the code. So I'm going to go here, and it's going to give you a couple options. Now, the first option here is this is your pixel code. So you need to go in and look at your website's HTML, or have your programmer do it, or somebody on Fiverr, right? You could say I need help placing a pixel code, right? And I'm not going to show you where to place it because every one of you is using something different. Some of you are using Online Sales Pro, some of you are using Lead Pages, some are using ClickFunnels, some of you are using WordPress, some of you have a website designer. So if you really are struggling with this, go out to Fiverr, fiverr.com, post Facebook pixel, and you'll find somebody that can place a Facebook pixel for you. It costs you $5 probably. They'll do it in seconds probably. So it won't take you long to find that. So, but what you're going to do, especially if you're using a page builder like a Lead Pages, a ClickFunnels, or an Online Sales Pro like I'm using, then it's super easy. We're just going to copy this to the clipboard, and now we click on continue. So I've got that copied, and if I were to go into, you could actually track certain events as well. So we could go in here and you could track certain events. Like you could say, I want to track every time a lead happens. I want to track every time a purchase happens. So you can get in depth on that. You can actually, really decide what your basis of your business is. Like if you're a chiropractor, you're scheduling people. Okay, so you're going to choose every time somebody schedules something, you're going to track this. So you're actually going to take this to this code would actually be placed on the page people land on after they hit your page. So they hit your home page, right, or your landing page, but then you want to track and see, okay, did they take that action? So you're going to take this little pixel code, and they actually explain it for you, and you're going to add this code to the next page. That way you know that it is working, okay? So that should make sense here. So it's going to be your event code is going to be placed there. So in this case, it's, somebody scheduled an activity. You can do the same thing for somebody opted in, right? So that way and I recommend doing this because it's good to know, it's really good to know that kind of data because all right, so I'm sending for every 1,000 clicks that I'm buying or every 100 clicks, I'm getting 25 people to opt in. So it's good data to know how that's working. So that's also another way Facebook ads, and a little advanced way you can utilize Facebook ads to track things. You can also email these instructions to a website designer or coder. So that makes it really simple if you're somebody that's not placing pixels. And I wouldn't recommend getting too complicated here. In fact, for this example, we don't even need to go through this part of the process. So let's just skip this second step. But I wanted to let you know the add events feature is there. It is something that can help you. So we got that pixel. Now I'm going to go here into my Online Sales Pro just so you guys can see where you would go to place your pixel. Okay, so just so you guys can see how that works. So give me a minute to log in here to Online Sales Pro, and I will get this knocked out here. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go to my pages. I'm going to choose edit. Okay, so I'm going to go to my pages, and I'm simply going to choose edit. Now right here, here's the page that I'm working from, and I'm going to click on this page right here. So I'm going to click on this page, and then you see where it says advanced settings. There's an option to place our Facebook pixel. So it says tracking codes. Now this is the case for most page builders. You've got Online Sales Pro, ClickFunnels, Leadpages. They'll have something that says tracking codes. It'll say click tracking. You're going to find a way to place that information somewhere. So ClickFunnels has it at the top of their pages. Leadpages has it there. So you're going to be able to find a spot where you can actually place your pixels and your content. Okay, so that's how that works. Then you just hit save on whatever page builder you're using. So now we actually have a pixel that's firing. That means that as people visit this page, that pixel is working. Okay, so hopefully by now you guys are kind of following this. So now we are able to go in, and it's now time to go create an ad for our account. So I'm going to go in to Facebook ads here. We're going to go in and we are going to create an advertisement. Okay, so we're going to create an ad. So I'm over inside my account. I'm going to navigate to where I am here. So let's go to my ad account. Give it a moment to load up here. Okay, so once you guys are logged in here, I'm going to hit play on that. Once we're logged in, what we're going to do is we're going to go to create right here, create, and we're now going to create an ad. Now, they're showing me an ad that I actually was in the middle of creating, and we decided not to do it, so I'm going to hit start over. So now we're going to have a new campaign objective here. Okay, so we're going to go to switch. I like their quick creation methods. We're going to go to that. Makes creating ads much faster. So we're going to create a new campaign. Now for this example, I'm sending people to this opt-in page. So 100 things every business must do. So we're going to call this Success Counts 100 Things Report. All right, so bidding type, auction, that's typically what you're going to do. Objective is to get traffic. Now you could have an objection to get people to view a video, to get more leads, that kind of thing. Page likes if you're sending them to your fan page, which would be great if you have stuff like, chat bots installed on there. You could definitely do that as well. So I'm going to focus on the traffic generation piece. Then we're going to go to ad set name. So this is going to be the name for our ads. So I'm going to call this, let's see, Success Counts 100 Things Report, ad set 1. I don't do fancy names for my ad sets. You can. If you're sending them somewhere else, you could. I'm just going to call it ad 1. Okay, create a new ad. We're just going to call this, let's call this ad set 1. That way we know. Now you could get, if it's stuff like you're trying a different, maybe you're targeting a different set of keywords for that phrase, you could do that as well. All right, so ad name. Now I'm going to go here to save to draft. All right, so we'll give that a minute to load up here. Okay, so now it loaded up. I apologize for that, took a minute. So we've got our ad that we're gonna set up now. So you need to choose where that's going to come from. So we need to choose, this is gonna come from our Facebook page, so that's where that's gonna go. Then we're gonna scroll down here. So we're gonna choose an ad with an image or video. That tends to work well. So now we've got that. So you can just go there. So now we're gonna select an image. So we can go here. You can find stock images on Facebook as well. Let's see here. Let's search stock images and let's say computer. That's probably the best bet. So we're going to use that. So I'm just typing in computer because that's what we're sending people to. It's all about starting an online business. So you guys can get an idea, right, of what we're pulling up here. So let's go here. Here's a woman using a computer. There we go. Let's click on continue. Okay, so that image looks like it may work. All right, perfect. There's our image loaded up there. Now we're going to scroll down. You could upload different images. We could try other ones, if you wanted to, but I like the image they have. They actually turn off the Shutterstock thing. So I kind of like that they integrated images recently. Now, enter this text. This tells people what the ad is about. Now you're going to see as I type this over here what happens, all right? So notice I just type in hello, all right? And we're going to see what happens. So notice it starts to appear right up there. So discover the 100 things every online business. Whoops. Must do to succeed. And we could actually really highlight this because we're doing a free report, right? So free report. Discover the 100 things every online business must do to succeed. Okay. Enter the URL you want to promote. So in this case, it is my Online Sales Pro landing page that I've set up. So we've got that going for us. There's the link there. Notice that's now clickable. Free download, discover the 100 things. Okay, enter the link you want people to click on. All right. Oop, display link, my mistake. I put it in the wrong spot. So this is our display link. So if you want to change that display link, like let's say I wanted to use my branding URL, my company URL, you could do that. So let's say I have a link that I redirect and I wanted to brand my business, I could totally do that. So it's like the old Google ads and stuff. So notice I could keep my brand out there so it's constantly in front of people, or I can just go by default with the page that they have, right? So I'm just going to use countonus.onlinesalespro. Okay, so there's that display link. Now the headline. So the headline, we're going to put that in. So notice if I don't put something under headline, they're going to just pull what's already there. So I'm going to just make this super easy for them. So free download, free report, download today. Okay, or if you feel that looks awkward, you could always just take off the other part. You can put a newsfeed link description if you want. And then you can also look and see how your ad looks on multiple different looks, right? So this is how the ad's going to look. Free report, discover how to succeed online. Free report, download today. So one of them is how it's going to look on mobile. The other one is how it's going to look inside a post, that kind of thing. So you could also add additional descriptions here. So you could say, something to the effect of there's 100 things. There are 100 things that every in order to ensure their best chance of success. We list them all in this powerful and free report. Download it today and watch your online business soar. Success counts. Okay, so we can see how that's going to look in the other pages. All right, see, notice that some of these it shows up. See that, learn more. Okay, so now we've got our website URL. You could also create it in different languages if you wanted. Now, in this case, we're not going to. We're also not doing fancy tracking. We have our Facebook pixel going, so that is set. That's perfect. We're not doing any offline events or tracking, so that's good. And you can see how the ad looks. I think this looks like a pretty decent ad. I say that we're ready to rock and roll with it. So I'm just going to click on publish. Click on publish, and we'll see what happens here. So we'll give that just a moment. 75% of the way done. It gives you a little status symbol in the top of your page. All right, and now it says multiple items published, view your ad. So now our ad is set up and ready to run. So as soon as Facebook goes through the review process and reviews this ad will start to run and start to generate traffic for our business to this landing page. It'll start to show up in different news feeds. Now, you also want to go in and make sure that we're targeting the right areas, the right people. So you can do that as well. So let me show you to ensure that we're targeting the right people with this ad that we just created. So, okay, so now that we got the ad created there, we went through that part of the process. Now we're going to go back here and give everything a minute to load. Okay, so we're back here. So let me hit play on that. You guys should be seeing my screen. So after you can make your ad public. Then you're going to go to this section here. So you've got the 100 things report ad set. So this is the ad sets. This is where we're going to go in. We're actually going to create kind of our budget, go over what we're planning on spending. Now this can vary. You can go 20 bucks a day. You can go $5 a day. Lots of different options there. If you had a custom audience, you could actually take your custom audience and just put it in there. So you could take any of these custom audiences, say, I'm going to retarget the people that visited this landing page, or I think I'm going to target my customers that already liked this product that I had, that kind of thing. So you go out there and retarget them. Now you can choose locations now and target people based on languages. So I'm going to go here and I want to target everyone in a certain location. So I'm going to say, let's say North America, or let's say United States, right? So there's several countries where people tend to spend a little more money, right? So we've got United States, we got Canada, and a lot of the primary English-speaking countries. You've got the entire United Kingdom. You've got over there Australia. Let's see, Austria. Let's show in some other countries that we know. Singapore. A lot of English-speaking people there. So you get an idea. You know kind of roughly where your audience is, right? So you go out. You're going to find people in different locations. I tend to like to target people. You should know the demographic of your business. Obviously, you're a chiropractor. You're going to go for older people that are 18. They're not going to, they're not going to want probably chiropractic services. Now, in this case, we're trying to teach people how to start and run an internet business. You can start internet businesses young, but my ad's targeting people probably more in their mid-20s, I would say, the ad that I just set up. And, we do reach people that are over 65, so I'm not saying that they're not our market, but sometimes that's not the case. So you want to make sure that we are narrowing that down. Then you want to choose your language. So your ad's going to be English, so just choose that. And then add demographics based on interest. So this is where you can get creative and you can say, I'm looking at people that are interested in working from home. So you can say work from home. Notice that it's going to target people that are part of groups related to working from home. All right. Does that make sense? You got internet marketing, people interested in internet marketing. So you can type in keywords related to, what you're doing. So people that are into internet marketing, working from home, and you can choose people that are included in one of these categories as well. So business opportunity, people that are into the biz op space. Now it continues to grow though, because you can go after people that are into, for example, ClickFunnels. Let's see if that showed up as an option here. Oops, that did not show up. There we go. So Russell Brunson, very popular internet marketer. You could type that in. So people that follow Russell Brunson, they're pretty entrepreneurial minded, right? You've also got people that follow a guy named Frank Kern. So you want to find people that are experts in your niche. So it's kind of a creative way to create a targeted audience. If you're in the dog training niche or the dog space and you're trying to reach people that maybe are in the United States or maybe they live in your local area and they're into dogs, then you might target people that follow the dog whisperer, Cesar Millan, right? So you might target people based on their interest, or people that are into cooking. You might target people to watch the cooking shows on HGTT or HGTV, something like that. Got business opportunity, Frank Kern, Russell Brunson, work from home, online business, online home business. Now we've got, let's see, network marketing. So all kinds of different categories that we can reach. And notice it's increasing. Every time I'm adding a different category, it's increasing the likelihood that I'm going to get more clicks every single day. So you want to make sure you're doing this, but you also don't want to go too broad. But in this case, I mean, if they're following some of these, then they are pretty interested. Now let's see if JVZoo shows up. JVZoo's obviously a pretty big platform for internet marketers. That does not show up. Let's see. Nope, that did not show up. So we got some other categories here. Let's try ClickBank. ClickBank does show up as an interest. So they show up different companies here. And let me just come up with a couple different categories. So you're looking for people that are interested in working from home, the online business lifestyle. So we could even say, I think home business is an option right here. Yeah, home business. So we're really expanding our reach here. All right, now we're going to add a connection type, and we're going to look for, you could go like people just like your page or friends of people, or exclude people who like your page. That's also not a bad idea if you don't want to get new fans. Let's see, exclude people. So let's say you have an event going, or you have some sort of thing, like let's say they were tracked and they actually got a lead. You got a lead from somebody. You could actually set this to say, I'm going to exclude people from seeing the ad that already got a lead. All right, so that's how that process works. So let's scroll up here. We've got our ad set name, and then I'm going to go on down here. We're going to go to save this audience. Save this audience. Now you can change this audience name to, because that way you can come back to it later. So let's say Internet Marketing Business BizOp. And then we're going to go to save. Okay, so Internet Marketing and save. And now you could control the average cost per click if you wanted to. Sometimes it's good just to let the ads run and see what happens. So at this point, we've pretty much got everything we need to really run this ad effectively. So we've got stuff going for us. We've got our placements already set. We've got our ad that looks good. We've gone through and we've added in our targeted audience. So we've got everything that we really need to run an effective ad. And I'm just going to click on publish here. So I'm going to click on publish. And now our ad looks like that's good to go. One ad set was published, and now we've got view the details. All right, so that is all complete. Give that a minute. Now our ad set is in review right now, so give it a moment. But you could actually click on this at any time. You can kind of look at the ad that we just made. So this is ad set number 1. We can actually look at the ad to see it. None of these ads are active yet. It's going to show us when the ads actually become active. We'll actually get notified of that. So that's how you run through an ad. And again, if your first ad does not get approved, you're probably going to have to try it again. But hopefully you guys saw a little bit about how to navigate Facebook ads. They do change rapidly. This back office of Facebook has changed quite a bit, and it's quite frequently. But give it about 5 to 6 hours. You should see your ad get approved pretty quick. Usually you can get it approved fairly fast. So that's what we had for you today as far as the Facebook ads piece of it. And then we're going to start to get traffic to this page. That's the idea, to get people to join our email list and following. So, all right, good stuff, guys. Thank you for attending this training.